speeds for free when you get TV, internet, and phone. Ask for Trio from Rev.
Join the revolution.
Good evening, Bahamas. Coming up tonight.
Marco City MP Greg Ma says he's skeptical about the Christie administration's newest mortgage relief plan. That story straight ahead.
Another F&M MP says a coalition with the DNA would not be a good idea. And a teen painter looking to leave his mark. Welcome to our news. I'm Kyle Joaquin. Thanks for joining us. Topping news tonight, as talks of a possible coalition between the Free National Movement and Democratic National Alliance continue, another F&M parliamentarian said it just wouldn't make any sense. St. Anne's MP Hubert Chipman strongly opposed the idea, saying he doesn't know how that type of government would work with the two parties.
The way I look at it right now, and I think it's being dealt with by the leadership of the party, but a personal view of it is I believe the opposition forces should come together as one in order to beat the PLP. No question about that. But at this time, I do not see a coalition. I think there should be discussions and everybody come together as one. And I don't believe in you running 15 seats, I run in this seat or whatever. I just certainly don't believe that. I believe we need to come together as one. However, how will we achieve that? But I don't see a coalition, no.
Long Island MP Loretta Butler Turner has already dismissed the idea of a DNA F&M coalition and questioned what the DNA would bring to the table. Chipman doesn't necessarily see eye to eye with that, saying he thinks the DNA could actually be an asset to the F&M.
Absolutely. I think the DNA can bring a lot of stuff to the F&M. The DNA certainly have some good personnel on their team. We have some good personnel, but at this time the DNA is not represented in the House of Assembly. So what they bring to the table is human capital at this time. All right, so I believe the forces should come together some kind of way, but I don't see a coalition.
DNA leader Bramble McCartney had said such a coalition would be the PLP's worst nightmare. That was quickly shut down by PLP Chairman Bradley Roberts, who said even together the F&M and DNA could not remove the PLP from office. Now, as to whether the F&M should join the DNA or the DNA join the F&M, Chipman said it would make more sense for the DNA to make the jump.
Well, right now we have 10 seats in the House, right? So I would think we would be more representative of the people at this time. So I believe as any discussion should be had, it should be with the F&M.
Well, it would be a pleasant and shocking surprise if the Christie administration's latest mortgage relief plan turns out to be a success. According to Marco City MP Greg Moss, who is helping the government draft restructured homeowners protection legislation. The former mortgage relief plan only helped a few homeowners, and Moss said given this government's past performance on the issue, he's not very optimistic about this one. Dana Smith reports.
This latest mortgage relief plan comes after the former one failed to provide the kind of relief that many had hoped for. Moss said he also has his doubts about this one. Announcing the creation of a second mortgage relief plan in Parliament on Wednesday, Prime Minister Perry Christie said struggling homeowners may finally see some relief. This plan carries a price tag of $20 million to be paid by the government over the next 4 years. And according to Christie, it will provide aid for 1,000 or more homeowners who were 90 days or more past due as of May 2016.
You have heard the Prime Minister say a few things in the House. On the budget presentation, I was left less than optimistic about the future of true mortgage relief in this country.
The Christie administration came under fire after its previous mortgage relief plan only helped a handful of people. This after the PLP promised, in the lead-up to the 2012 general election, to formulate a working plan to assist struggling homeowners. More than 4,000 mortgages are estimated to be in trouble. Moss said this latest plan seems to be an election ploy.
We have seen that. We've watched the dissipation of savings. We've watched the destruction of homes. We've watched the destruction of families. And what we're saying at the tail end of that, as an election ploy, if you ask me, is that we're going to now talk about a homeowners protection bill. A homeowners protection bill has nothing whatsoever to do with mortgage relief.
Moss said he approaches Christie's announcement about discussions with the clearing banks and a pending homeowners protection bill with great skepticism, because in his view, track records count.
That the best indicator of future results is past performance. And if you look at the past performance of the PLP on this issue, it will be a pleasant and shocking surprise to see them come forward with something of substance in this so-called homeowners protection bill that they intend to allow me to look at some point. And window dressing will not suffice.
Moss said he is beyond finished with the idea of a lot of words and no action. Reporting for Our News, I'm Dana Smith.
Well, a sitting parliamentarian explained to Our News why he feels so strongly about voting yes to question 3 on the upcoming constitutional referendum. That question seeks to give an unwed father the ability to pass on citizenship to his child born to a foreign mother with proof of paternity. Nassau Village MP Dion Smith said he understands that struggle as he's been through that and doesn't think it's fair to fathers and their children.
Unfortunately, I found myself in that situation once, and that is why I would definitely hope that that bill would pass. When I had my first child, Dion Jr., I wasn't married at the time, and his mother is not from the Bahamas, and I had to travel around with him with a travel document. You know, it hurt me for a very long time knowing that that was my child. So I hope persons look at all the bills and realize that the bills is about equality for men and women.
There has been widespread concern over the 4 questions, particularly question 4, which seeks to end discrimination based on sex. Some, including Marco City MP Greg Moss and pastors leading the Save Our Bahamas, fear a yes to that would open the door to same-sex marriage. Smith said he's hopeful that people don't reject all of the questions because of their feelings toward question 4.
Oh, I don't think the Bahamian people will reject all 4 questions just because of that one question. I did hear some rumor going around about, you know, all the votes being tallied together and there being one clear yes for all 4, one clear no for all 4. Surely persons should realize that if they investigate the rules and the regulations as it relate to these referendums and the changes that we're supposed to make in the Constitution, that will not be the case. So I don't think that because persons are afraid of Bill number 4, which I had a branch meeting in Nassau Village, and we had persons come down from the Constitutional Commission, and what I noticed was most of their questions was as it related to Bill number 4. So I do understand that there is a lot of concern about Bill number 4, but I don't think that will cause the others not to succeed. I think that there's a lot of confusion, and you know, some of the confusion may be intentional, you know, and some of it may just be because persons don't understand. I can tell you because so many persons, especially senior lawyers and just senior statesmen in the community, to myself, because of the different views that they've been having, even myself had to look at the bill again and ask myself the question all over again, you know, but I voted yes for the bills in Parliament. I do support the bills, but you know, I just hope we do have a yes vote.
Well, he's only 17 years old and already he has made quite a name for himself, drawing and painting images of some of the most influential people in the country. Cody Conyer said he plans on letting his talent take him around the world. I had a little talk with him this past week. Here's how that went. While most high school graduates are still trying to figure out what the future holds, young Cody Conyer has got it together.
I've always wanted to be one of the youngest entrepreneurs. So every day I strive towards my goal and just don't allow anything to stop me or hold me back.
The youngest of 2 children, the young artist said he takes pride in being his own boss. He's drawn and painted the likes of Island Luck CEO Sebastian, Tourism Minister Obi Wilchcombe, and Police Commissioner Ellison Greenslade.
He was more on the excited level because he actually already saw it and it was covered. But when time to open it, although knowing that he already saw it, he seemed to be more excited to expose it to the crowd who was surrounded by, and he already saw it, but I guess he just wanted them to see what I could have done as well.
His daily schedule is pretty much the same: work on his art, and when he finds the time, he slips in a few hours of sleep and a hot meal. Once a track athlete, Cody's parents' living room is filled with trophies, mostly his.
I have an older brother and I have a younger sister. She's about 5 years of age, and yes, sir.
They usually say the middle child doesn't get any attention, but I mean, you brought the attention to yourself.
Yes, sir, and I'm just trying to be something in life, you know, because you have a lot of young guys who aren't into the things I'm doing now, so I'm just trying to stay positive.
He's a relatively shy young man, but when it comes to his aspirations of being one of the greats, there's no shortage of words.
Cody going to see himself as one of the youngest entrepreneurs I can, which is my goal, and I'm planning on actually hoping to open up a business soon and just forward this art.
When asked what's his favorite, Cody says he has none of them, as he works hard on every one, including this one that he entered in his high school competition last year.
I came up with the idea because it was the competition is Japanese versus Bahamian, and I decided to mix the cultures a bit. It was based on cultures. Decided to mix the cultures, and in a way it actually has a message behind it due to, you know, how the Japanese or Chinese in the Bahamas, it deals with our population as well. So
You said it was for a competition. Did you win?
yes, sir, I went. Basically every competition I joined, I've won.